Ladies and gentlemen, KOK Hero Series 2019 live on Firebox. Opening fight, blue corner, fighter representing Cyprus, Ismail Alkadhi.
Welcome here from the Bushido Angels on the stage as we await the entrance of the young Cypriot, Ismail Alkadhi of Cyprus. Of course, KOK will be returning to Cyprus later this year in the summer on the 14th of June. So looking forward to that as always. And very talented young man from what I hear, a WMF champion and also a Cyprus champion in his home country. Has a strong Muay Thai background, as most of the Cypriot fighters do. But this one will be under standard KOK rules.
Ismail Alkadhi, Cyprus. Ladies and gentlemen, red corner fighter from Lithuania, Dovydas Levickis.
If you are what you say you are, a superstar, then have no fear.
Another young man with the same name as the previous fighter, Dovydas. Different last name, of course. Levickis, just 1 year older than his counterpart.
If you are what you say you are,
This time the Lithuanian flag flies high, as we said, with the Bushido Angels.
Listen to that primal scream being unleashed there by Levickis, the 18-year-old, making his way down the ringside here, fighting for the Fighting and Fitness Center in Sauaili, Lithuania, in the northern part of the country. So made the short drive here for this event, and boy, is he fired up.
Yep, punching the steps as he comes in. Wow.
Ladies and gentlemen, fighting for the blue corner, 17 years old, official height 170 centimeter, official weight 59.5 kilogram, pro debut, WMF Cyprus champion, representing Alex Muay Thai Gym, Cyprus, Ismail Alkadhi. Fighting for the red corner, 18 years old, official height 174 centimeter, official weight 59.4 kilogram, pro debut, amateur K1 world champion, representing Fighting and Fitness Center Šiauliai, Lithuania, Dovydas Levickis. Ring referee Vilius Tarasevičius, KOK rules, 3 rounds, 2 minutes each.
So both having a wealth of amateur experience, making the pro debut here on the King of Kings Square Ring. Fabulous arena, Siemens Arena here in Vilnius. Now one very bouncy, lively
Round 1.
Lithuanian in the red corner. Dovydas is out to make his mark, but the Greek Cypriot is right up in front of him and ready to rumble too.
Well, last time we were in Cyprus last summer, I'll tell you what, there were a lot of rather unknown fighters on the card, but they really surprised me with how much fighting spirit they have and how tough they were. So I'm looking forward to seeing what this Ismail Alkadhi is made of. Look at the speed and the velocity he gets on that low kick.
Well, there's nothing much between them. 59.4, 59.5, so both fighters made the same weight. Just a slight height advantage for the Lithuanian. And a year advantage in age, but I don't know if that would make too much difference at this stage, but let's see what happens. At the moment, both guys standing really well, looking very
even though
confident.
they're wearing those shin guards, man, you can see that they are still doing some serious damage. You can see the markings all over the body of both fighters. Exchange there between both of these youngsters. Alkadhi just 17. Levickis 18, so...
Ooh.
Whoa, are they going at it
Having
now?
a real tear up these youngsters, and that's the thing when you're a teenager, there's testosterone everywhere. And they're certainly putting it into the ring right now. These two, oh, spinning back fist onto Ismail's side of his face. Takes that well, fires back.
Well, he really clobbered him with that back fist, but it hasn't slowed down the Cypriot at all.
Both fighters well up for this. And again, another great matchmaking from your promoter, Thanatos Simonaitis, the King of King president, the pioneer, the man with a vision. He's been putting his stamp around the world with King of Kings. It's all about the matchmaking.
10-second hammer has already gone down. Time about to expire here.
Die!
And that's it.
Well, a real good taste of both these two young athletes, Daniel, and I think for me, again, I'm going to sit very comfortably in my little chair in that balance of the 10-10 until they do it again, Situ.
A lot of back and forth action here. Let's take another look, folks, at round one. As I said, obviously these two guys, young, 17, 18 years old, they're still in this semi-pro matchup here. 3 rounds of 2 minutes, but certainly not holding anything back, getting in that all-important ring time, getting in the rounds, doing the time. It's a learning process. And when you start as young as these guys do, by the time these guys are 25, can you believe how good they're going to be?
Oh, incredible.
Especially if they keep fighting here in KOK at this level. Could see Alexis Alapidis in the corner of Alkadhi. Great trainer.
Yes.
A wealth of Muay Thai knowledge in that corner of Cyprus.
Yes, and he's not afraid to travel. I've seen him all over the world, and especially featured a lot on the King of Kings shows. And that's the beauty of these shows. You know, they're not just, I mean, you know, Lithuania has got a lot of fighters, and they can, you know, they can fight each other probably dozens of times. But you know what? The best thing you can do is fight out of your comfort zone, fight somebody from a different country, and that's what these guys are doing.
Look at that red mark on the back of the left shoulder of Levitskis. He got tagged with a kick or something there.
Yes, probably he was turning round.
He's tattooed from his shoulder all the way to his back of his neck.
Yeah, that could be one of the overhand rights or a big kick. Like I said, showing that he's might be a year younger, but he's certainly in this fight.
Seems to me like there's just maybe a little bit of a sense of frustration on the face of Levitskis. I'm not sure how to interpret that body language from him in the white trunks, but whenever there's a little break in the action, he gets kind of pushed away, kind of grits his mouth guard. I don't know if that means he's just ready or if he's somehow dissatisfied with what's going on in the ring right now.
Yeah, it's probably, you know, he's eager to, you know, step in. And I mean, we saw his ring entrance, you know, he was jumpy, he was bouncy, he was, you know, he was like the blue touch paper and let's go. And I think he probably just gets a little frustrated with himself maybe that he's not landing the shots that he wants to. But that's because it's been made more difficult from the man in front of him, Ismail Alkadhi, who's, you know, wants to do the same thing. Very determined look on his face, Ismail.
Good body kick went in that time from Levitskis. Ooh, looking for a knee, but just a little bit short.
10 seconds now.
Ducks under that shot. He's looking up at the big screen there to see how much time is left, but the clock has disappeared and there's only 2 or 3 seconds left. That's it. 1 round left to go here in our final preliminary matchup.
Well, for me, again, this very comfortable seat, Daniel, is still nice and cozy. I have cushions of, basically, I can't move them apart, these two. Comfortable scoring, and I'm going to go 10-10 again. Round 1, round 2. And unless we see some daylight between these two, I think it might be another match that goes to the draw. But like I said, things can change. We've got, it's a 6-minute fight. We've had 4 with 2 left. And things that happen in the last 2 minutes or the last round, the dynamic can change through what's being said in the corner. Also, stamina plays a part, but I don't think these two guys are really suffering in that area. Both young, spirited and fit lads. I'm sure they can probably do another 2
Final
or even
round.
another 3 rounds.
Round 3 underway in this 60 kilogram weight division. It was announced earlier on that even though we do have a 65 kilogram champion in Stanislav Ranita, that they are opening up the lower
Yes.
weight division.
To me, to be honest, I think that's a good idea because there's a lot of fighters, and you know, on the forearm, and they go together. There were some nice exchanges. Yeah, just going back to the weight. I mean, this is my old fighting division. This, Daniel, I fought at 60 kilograms, and in Thai boxing, it's actually lightweight. This division, I know it's different in K1. Lightweight tends to be the 70 kilos, but yeah, 60k is what I fought at. All my fights, pretty much, apart from one, I just fought for a European super featherweight, which I won. That was my last fight. But yeah, it's another one of those fast divisions, and you know there are a lot of fighters, and then you've got to think about, you know, go further, you know, go Southeast Asia. You've got an absolutely unlimited amount of fighters coming from that part of the world. So, yeah, good for them. Good for King of Kings for opening up another weight division. I think it's a great idea.
Into the corner now. Still hard to tell who could be on the winning end of the scorecard at this point, but there's still some time left here. Somebody can come up with something big. It would certainly be to their advantage.
Yeah, and as you said, he keeps looking at the big screen. I don't know when he's there just looking to see how good he looks or whether he's looking for the time, but interesting. All the same. Well, closing 20 seconds now of the third and final round. Who wants it the most is one of my coined favourite sayings. Both want it the most, but I think a bit of fatigue there.
Yeah, absolutely.
Drops him down.
And remember, folks, after this fight, we will begin the second portion of tonight's card, the Fightbox KOK Heroes Series. And that's when things are really going to heat up. And that left hand may have heated things up here in the closing seconds of this matchup. And we will go to the judges.
Well, Ismail tried to impose himself there. He looks the most. Read the body language here. I personally think if they were going to push it, you know what? I think it could go against the Lithuanian if they had to just rock on the seesaw of scoring. Or do I stick with what I originally said, which would be a draw? I had it a draw up until round 2. No. Has anyone seen anything in that third round that might just shake it up a little bit?
The only thing was right there. Just when he fell to the ground, he just looked like he was exhausted.
Yes.
That was the only thing that I really saw. But and that wasn't even something that happened offensively. It was just, but those things can weigh on the minds of the judges.
Yes.
Cumulative damage causes fatigue. And that's a big one in the scoring system here. But is it enough to get the win for Alkadhi? That remains to be seen. Well, take a look at this crowd here, Sandy.
Yes, look at this now. Now, we talked hundreds before. We are now moving into the thousands. Well, for me, like I said, it's a draw or blue. That's the way I am going.
Ladies and gentlemen,
And if it's blue, it's only by one judge.
2019
minority.
Fightbox. Opening KOK fight. After 3 rounds by points 2-1.
2-1,
The
yeah,
winner
it's close.
is... Red corner, Dovydas
Well,
Levickas.
it didn't go the way I thought it would do. I think it's been maybe, well, you could say the old hometown thing, but maybe he just did that little bit more on the early stages. Either way, 2-1, it was close, but a good win for the Lithuanian.
And we will be right back with the beginning of the Fightbox KOK Heroes Series right after this.